Zaid was 12 years old when he first started counting. Not money, not toys, days. His father had left for work in a far country, promising to return in 1 year. Allah will help us, his father said, hugging him at the airport. Wait for me. Zaid marked the calendar. 365 days. He crossed them off, one by one. Day 100, no letter. Day 200, no phone call. Day 365, no father. His mother, Amal, sold her wedding jewelry to pay rent. She worked cleaning houses, her hands growing rough, her smile growing rare. Zaid stopped asking about his father. He started asking something else. Mother, he whispered, when will Allah's help come? Amal would look at him with tired eyes. When Allah decides, my son, not when we decide. But we are suffering now, Zaid would argue, his voice cracking. Why does Allah wait? Amal had no answer that satisfied a boy who counted days. 10 years passed. Zaid was no longer a boy. He was a young man with hard eyes and harder hands. He worked construction, carrying bricks, mixing cement, building houses for people who would never know his name. His mother was sick now, not from work, from something deeper. The doctor said liver failure. They said expensive treatment. They said, go to the city hospital. Zaid saved every coin. He borrowed from everyone who would lend. He worked double shifts, triple shifts, until his body screamed and his mind went numb. He prayed differently than his mother, not with patience, with demand. Ya Allah, he would shout in the dark. I have worked, I have suffered, I have waited. Where is your help? He went to the mosque every Friday. He gave charity when he could. He fasted on Mondays and Thursdays. He did everything the Imam said would bring Allah's mercy. Still, his mother grew thinner. Still, the hospital bills grew larger. Still, the help did not come. One night, after a 16-hour shift, Zaid sat on the edge of his mother's bed. She was sleeping, her breathing shallow. He counted her breaths. In, out, in, out. He stopped at 100 and started crying. Why are you crying, my son? His mother was awake. Her voice was soft, like wind through dry leaves. I am crying because Allah does not hear me, Zaid said. I am crying because I have been good. I have been patient. I have been everything. And still, you are dying. Amal took his hand. Her fingers were cold. Zaid, do you remember when you were small and you wanted to cross the road alone? I was 5. You would not let me. I would not let you because I saw the truck coming. You only saw the other side. You thought I was cruel. You cried. You shouted. But I held your arm until the truck passed. Then I let you go. What does this mean? It means, she whispered, that sometimes the help is the holding back. Sometimes the mercy is the delay. You wanted to cross. Allah saw the truck. She closed her eyes. Zaid sat in the dark, holding her cold hand, not understanding. 3 weeks later, Zaid had nothing left. His mother was in the city hospital. He had sold his tools, his bicycle, his winter coat. The doctor had given him 3 days to pay for the surgery. 3 days, or she would die. Zaid walked the streets that night. No plan, no hope, just walking, because stopping meant thinking, and thinking meant breaking. He found himself at the edge of the old train station, abandoned, dangerous, a place where homeless men slept and drug dealers worked. He sat on a broken bench. He looked at the stars. He asked the question he had asked 1,000 times. When will you help me? The stars did not answer. Then he heard a sound, crying, not his own, a child's crying, small and scared, coming from the darkness near the tracks. Zaid did not want to move. He wanted to sit. He wanted to break. He wanted the world to leave him alone. But the crying continued. He walked toward it. Behind a pile of rusted metal, he found a girl, maybe 7 years old, dirty, trembling. Her leg was caught in the old railway switch mechanism, bleeding, twisted. Help me, she whispered. Please. Zaid looked around. No one. The station was empty. The night was deep. He knelt. He examined the mechanism. It was old, heavy, rusted shut. He would need tools, strength, time. He had none of these. His hands were already ruined from construction work. His back was already damaged from carrying too much for too long. He tried anyway. For 1 hour, 2 hours, his fingers bled. His back screamed. The girl whimpered, then slept from exhaustion, then woke and whimpered again. Finally, with a crack of rust and a cry of metal, the mechanism opened. The girl's leg was bad, not broken, but deeply cut. She could not walk. Zaid carried her, small, light, warm, through the streets to the small clinic that stayed open all night. The doctor looked at the leg, then at Zaid. "You saved her life," he said. "Another hour, she would have bled too much." "Where did you find her?" "The old train station." "The train station? At this hour?" "I was walking." The doctor bandaged the girl's leg. He gave her medicine. He asked her name. She did not know. Her parents? She did not know. She had been lost for 2 days. She thought, maybe 3. "She will need to stay here," the doctor said. "And you need to rest. Your hands are damaged." Zaid looked at his hands. They were shaking. He had not noticed. "I cannot rest," he said. "My mother, 3 days, surgery." He stopped. He could not speak anymore. The doctor watched him. Then he did something strange. He took Zaid's damaged hands in his own. "Your mother. What hospital?" "City Hospital, Ward 7. The doctor's eyes widened. "I worked there for 10 years. I know the surgeon who would do her operation. Dr. Rashid. He wants money I do not have." "Dr. Rashid," the doctor said slowly, "owes me a favor. A life for a life," he once said. "I saved his daughter years ago. Let me make a call." Zaid did not sleep that night. He sat in the clinic's waiting room, the lost girl sleeping on the chair beside him, her small hand in his damaged one. He watched the phone. He watched the door. He watched the clock. At 4 in the morning, the doctor returned. "It is done," he said. "Dr. Rashid will do the surgery. Tomorrow. The cost," he paused, "is covered. A foundation, anonymous donor. The paperwork is arranged." Zaid could not speak. "There is more," the doctor said. "The girl. Her parents have been found. They have been searching for 3 days. They are wealthy people, grateful people." He smiled. "They want to meet you, to thank you." Zaid looked at the sleeping child. He remembered the rusted mechanism, the bleeding fingers, the back that screamed. "I did nothing," he said. "You did everything," the doctor said. "At the moment you stopped asking for help, you became help. And in becoming help, you found it." Zaid's mother lived. The surgery was successful. The recovery was slow, but she recovered. She sits in the sun now, in a small garden, growing flowers she never had time to grow before. The lost girl's parents did more than thank Zaid. They asked his story. They learned his skills, construction, building, working with his hands. They owned a company. They offered him work, real work, foreman, not laborer, salary, not daily wage. Zaid refused at first. Pride, fear, the old habit of counting days, expecting disappointment. His mother spoke to him. "You asked when help would come. It came. Will you now refuse it?" He took the job. That was 5 years ago. Today, Zaid manages 40 workers. He builds schools, not just houses. His mother tends the garden of the first school he built. The lost girl, her name is Sarah, visits sometimes. She is 12 now. She calls him brother, though they share no blood. And Zaid, he no longer counts days. He has learned the answer to his old question. He shares it with anyone who asks, anyone who suffers, anyone who stands in darkness, wondering when the light will come. Allah's help does not come when we want it. It does not come how we expect it. It does not come where we are looking for it. It comes when we are ready to receive it. It comes in the form we need, not the form we demand.